All right, guys, so finally posting a video just because I'm actually doing something. And don't mind my ghetto curtains, they're just for privacy so people can't look in. And also don't mind the rubble. And I just noticed like a few minutes ago, these pills, they almost stopped my heart once. So yeah, so be careful about the medication you take, the pain pills. So I took off the high wing right here, and I'm actually going to be working on, I can't close it all the way because I have the wing right there, and that's how you mess up these clips right there. So yeah, so I'm going to be working on this right here. I'm just going to be pushing it out as much as possible so I could start sanding this little area and putting some primer. And as you can see, it's actually pretty dang stretched, the metal, and you could see how it's just like a scrape. And I just want to prevent this from rusting out because I noticed that it's getting more and more corroded. And yeah, so I'm gonna put this in the back so I can finally close this. And then I'm gonna be taking off this panel and taking off the side trimming, and I'm gonna be taking off this obviously to gain access to the back of the sheet metal and trying to push it out. That's gonna be part one. Part two is gonna be little filler sanding. Part three is gonna be painting. But yeah, so let's get started, and hopefully I can try and fix that. All right, guys, so finally got it off, and what's actually pretty dang crazy is it's really not that much access to the dent, but I could put my hand in here, reach all the way down, and actually feel it. I could only feel about 3/4 of it, but this is a super sharp gouge. As you can see, it basically took metal out. And yeah, so man, I don't know how to really explain it, but whenever I go in there, I could literally feel how sharp the metal is coming in where it hit. And it was a piece of asphalt that the guy threw at the car, and luckily it didn't hit the driver's side window. I think he was aiming for it. There was my passenger, and she wasn't hit. And I kind of wish it broke out this window, or it actually hit the spoiler, the high wing, because I could easily replace that or repair it. And for, you know, a couple $100 I could repair this one. But if it went in here, it would have injured her. So it's kind of a toss up on you know, where it would have been best for that to you know, throw that rock, because it was gonna happen anyways. But it was just a lucky spot. It went right through the spoiler, but yeah, in between. So let me see, I'm gonna try and push it out as much as possible, and I'll get back to you. But yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, so kind of a little failed video because I thought I was gonna get a little bit better results, but you can't even tell. But I got this part out, but as you can see by the light, that strip, you could see where it's just a massive dent. And believe it or not, right here there's some type of reinforcement, and I can't get over here just like 3/4 or maybe a halfway through. And that dent right there is very sharp. And there's actually like, okay, that was like macro right there. And right here, I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a chunk of metal like scraped off. Yeah, right there, you could see it perfect. So yeah, so I'm just gonna end up leaving it like this. And next little video you're gonna see, it's just gonna be of me sanding it, but it actually looks a lot better than it did. Let me see. All right, the video looks kind of weird. All right, there we go. So The next video, and this is just a scratch, fortunately. That's not even like, you could see the reflection of the light, how it doesn't distort right here. So I'm just gonna end up sanding this lightly. I think I'll be able to cut and buff that. But right here, I'm gonna sand this, sand that, and put a little primer right here, and maybe just keep it gray for a while. And oh no, actually I'm gonna sand it, fill it, and then primer it. So it's just gonna be nice and smooth and flat with the little primer there, protecting the metal. And then I'm gonna be using an airbrush to actually paint a little bit of color right there and a little bit of clear coat. That's gonna be on the third part. So watch out for part 2, where I actually fill this in with some filler, sand it up, and get it looking flat and smooth again. But remember guys, that this type of repair, doing something like this small, it is not for the faint of heart. If you're working with like a nice finish like this, and you could easily make this look terrible if you don't know what you're doing. But fortunately, you know, I kind of have a little bit of experience with body filler, blending, and, you know, clears and base coats and stuff like that. So I could easily try and work in this little area. But for the average person, if you really want it fixed, take it to a professional. They'll have to actually sand down this whole thing and blow some base coat right here, and they'll have to clear coat the whole hatch. They'll have to debadge, take off all the badging, and clear coat everything, scuff it in clear. But I'm definitely not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be working in this little area. But yeah, all right guys, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.